Hey guys, due to popular demand, I will be telling you guys how to get rid of evil spirits and things today. And as some people know, I've talked in my other videos about how I don't like to get rid of every spirit because not every spirit is like, ooh, I'm gonna eat your face kind of spirit. So first of all, I'm gonna tell you ways that are kind of like, they're not ways to get rid of them, but they're ways to not have evil spirits in your house. So, of course, this is just from things I know, and I am so sorry about my squeaky chair. It's really hot, and I just can't sit still. It's like I'm dying, totally dying. But anyways, first of all, if you have a mirror, one of the things you can do is actually where your front door is, if you put a mirror there, it's for evil spirits cannot enter the house due to the mirror is somewhat like a portal to the other side, so the mirror kind of like it deflects them in a way, backflux them, yeah. It deflects them from the house and the area, so it's one of those, like, if you feel like you're worried that you're going to get an evil spirit in your house or anything like that, I would suggest having the mirror facing the door because I have one that way, and lately I haven't really had much at all to do with evil spirits at all. Another thing you can do is keep negativity out of the house, of course, even though right now that's really hard because the world is such a negative place, from images to the violence now happening, etc., etc. Well, the thing is to try to keep yourself from being negative. Due to we can make our own personal demons that will actually portray what we feel out into the open world in our home. Of course, those are like one of those cases where it's kind of attached to the person. So it's kind of hard to explain how your negativity can turn into your own demon, but it's kind of like everyone has their own demons inside them, but some know how to unleash it into their homes, and it can cause utter chaos, negativity, just all sorts of things that are not wanted. Another thing to do is, of course, bless your house. Even if you don't think there's demons in your house, blessing your house can really just lighten the atmosphere. You don't have to be Christian or Catholic or any religion to go bless your house. A lot of people think that you can only bless your house by a priest, and that is not completely true. I like to think that everyone has the same holy power within them, or the power to unleash demons, get them away, anything, as a priest would, because I do not think that anyone is more holier than another person per se. So, blessing your house, the mirror in front of the door, no negativity, and other than that, you can just like get sage and things like that, because those are light lifting things as well. Now, if you have an evil spirit in your house, I want to quickly tell you this. I am not telling you just to go out and buy this stuff to go and do this, because each case is different and it can be really dangerous. It matters what kind of poltergeist you have. Some demons are really strong and they can harm you, and I don't want that to happen. So if you think it's too strong for you to do, I suggest getting a professional. I've noticed from things that I've watched in documentaries, there's usually one paranormal group in every state that is there to help you. Or, if you really need to, you can contact someone you know that's really good with spirits, or your church, any kind of place like that. Now, if you're kind of gutsy like me, I've actually done a lot of home blessings. I've gotten rid of demons from people. I've talked to people and things like that. One thing I always tell them is just because one way doesn't work doesn't mean the other ones won't. it's kind of like a game of chance in a way. Some demons are too strong that some of the stuff won't work for it, and some of them are weak enough to where it's simple to get rid of them. So first of all, if you have a demon and you are truly afraid of them, the first thing I would do is go out and buy sage. Now, sage isn't that hard to find. Sometimes if you live next to the mountain, you could find it. Um, if you follow my Facebook, I will kind of link some places, show what sage looks like and things like that, and how to bundle it, of course. But it's something really important to do. As for the sage, what you do is when it's bundled and dried, you will light the top of it, and the smoke is what makes the demons, poltergeists, and anything that you find negative leave the home. Of course, you need to do it in every cranny, nook, and corner of this house, due to they can hide anywhere pretty much. For when I actually start doing it, I like to kind of say no negativity is allowed in this house. The negative must leave. Now for that, a lot of people, you don't think you have to say it, which I just kind of say it because it makes me feel more, I guess, in, what is the word? It makes me feel like I'm more of the leader, more like I know what I'm doing, I'm the master, you can't stay here because you are evil. Now for this, as I said, you need to do it in every area, and I suggest that you leave windows open, because the demon, poltergeist, or whatever you would like to call it, can get trapped inside your house. As for that, they will get really angry and really just really angered, and most likely will end up wanting to take it out on you. Another thing you can do is go and buy sea salt. Now, sea salt, as you know, is one of the things that kind of suck in bacteria and things like that. If you've ever gotten a piercing, you would know that a lot of people are like, get some sea salt, you know, things like that. I've actually heard that you can actually use rice for this, white rice, because white rice sucks in water when it gets really wet. But what you would do is put it in every doorway of your house and every window. Now for this, they can't cross over that because it, as they say, it would suck in the negativity from them, and it would be inside the rice, which you would throw away. Now, if you have animals and things like that, I wouldn't suggest doing this one because they're gonna eat it, you know. Dogs, cats, they're curious by nature, they're going to eat it. So if you have animals like that, I would go more with the sage because you can hold it, and when you're done, you can burn it out and keep it for another time. As for other ways to do it, there's the blessing, of course, which is pretty much they have the same thing kind of like sage that they burn while they have holy water. Now you can go out and buy holy water, but I would not do it myself because I feel like holy water is a really unnecessary part until you know that the sage or the sea salt doesn't work, or, you know, like the window thing and that. As for, like, priests and all that, if nothing works or you feel very uncomfortable doing it yourself, I would just get a home blessing and have them do it for me. Now, before any of you actually go out and decide to do this, I really want to make sure that you guys know that not all spirits are evil. Just because you're afraid of them, which is normal, doesn't mean that they're there to attack you or harm you. There is a big difference between poltergeists and good spirits. Now, you may not know the difference between them, which is okay, a lot of people don't. But you should have the feeling, if you're scared, you feel negativity, if you feel overwhelmed and things like that, most likely it's a poltergeist because they feed off of your negativity, your feelings, and things like that. As for a good spirit, of course you're going to be scared, as I've said before. It's something that's going to happen. It's just there. You shouldn't feel overwhelmed or like nervous or anything around them though, because you don't get the feeling that they're going to harm you. As for the other ways to get rid of them, I really don't want to suggest it because those 3 ways should be enough to where it will be gone. Now, maybe in another video I will tell you the more complicated ways to get rid of them, but I feel like they are just really unnecessary right now because I feel like a lot of people think that all spirits are evil and that they just want to get rid of every single one of them, which kind of bothers me because it's not true. But if you guys want to know what those are, please just write below and tell me that, oh, I'm curious, please tell me. But until then, I am not going to suggest them at all. Now, of course, there's ways to get evil spirits into your house, as a Ouija board, the negativity, the playing around thinking you're some kind of amazing sorceress or whatever that's going to bring dead to life and things like that. And of course, there's the really bad part of the witchcraft. As you guys know, I'm a Wiccan, but I'm not the kind that I'm like, oh, I'm gonna hex you kind. But a lot of those things do bring negativity into the house, though I want to say the Ouija board is not as bad as a lot of people think it is. You just really have to be careful with it and know when it's time to stop. So in the next video I might be talking about my experience with the Ouija board and some of my demonic things. But until then, I really hope that this really helped anyone that thinks they have a demon in their house or a spirit. If you really need to get a hold of me, I will leave my Facebook and my email and things like that below. Don't be afraid to just, come talk to me. I'm pretty nice, honestly. But until next time, I guess that's pretty much it. But yeah, next time I will be most likely talk about my Ouija board experience. I hope you guys actually find that interesting. But yeah, until then, bye.